Okay, audio is up.
Oh, we're doing
Hello,
damage
people.
control right now.
Hey, yeah, we're doing damage
Whatever.
control right now. What's going
Damage
on?
control.
I don't
Remember,
know.
no
It's one of
fouling.
those
Damage
Okay,
things to
control.
we're
say.
live. Yeah, we're just gonna wait a little bit
We're
more
Oh,
live.
for more
Wait,
people.
we're live
It's
now.
like 3 people. Yeah, we're live right now. Your audio's live.
don't s-
Oh,
don't say the no word.
Huh?
sorry, no one has said that yet. So
No, nobody said that yet. Okay.
Yeah, you said yeah. You said yeah. So that means there's an
Nice.
eventuality that someone's gonna say, huh?
Hey.
Right now.
Oh my God! Don't do that.
okay.
Never do that.
Oh,
Who the?
oh
It
my
literally played right when I
God.
opened it up. Okay, it's not my fault.
Oh my God! They heard that.
Man, it's a sign.
I'm about to make an announcement here.
Sign. It's
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna mute all of you.
That's his
Just mute. Yeah,
sister.
mute if you're not.
That
Mute if you're not talking.
Mute all your soundboard. I had enough of this.
Mute if you're not talking.
Alright, be quiet, be
that's his
quiet. I'm
All
about
right.
to make an announcement.
sister.
You're just yelling all the time.
No, my God.
All right. I guess. Hold on.
Do you realize I'm about to pin everyone here?
Shit. Right.
Need to be careful.
Shift this. Okay, good. All right. I guess we can. I'm gonna start showing the screen
All right,
now.
Okay.
All right. Hello.
I'm
We're
gonna
the
go heat up my sandwich.
development team of Black Orchestra. Say hello, everybody.
He
Even
Hello,
howled.
though
hello, hello
we have
there.
like
Money
what
out.
5 people watching right now, 3 people, whatever.
Whoa.
We're gonna
Yeah,
give a quick
Shalom.
rundown on what we're
That's
doing.
crazy.
Right. So we're a development team
So,
for
somebody.
what?
Somebody-
Right. So we're developing this Red Orchestra 2 mod that's gonna combine a lot of aspects of World War II together, and we're gonna have new fronts, new theaters. Hey, can anybody like give a quick rundown on what we're gonna have?
Man, I'm so tired. Fanium, you do it.
All right.
Nah, I think Willard should do it.
I'll be
What the
I'll
fuck?
be answering questions you guys post in chat, or
Jeez.
we'll be showing
I'm
off
gonna
the.
go. I'm gonna go heat up my sandwich. I'll be right back.
I'll
Alright.
relay your questions
All
and
right.
or answer
So
them depending.
for now we have North African front. So we're gonna have the Africa Corps, Deutsche Afrika Corps versus the British Commonwealth. We have the 1942 to 1945 Eastern Front. So we're gonna have the Soviet Union and the Wehrmacht, and we're gonna have the Pacific Front, which is gonna be in two fronts, two
Yes,
theaters,
this is special ed.
right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have Japanese versus Americans, and we have Chinese versus Japanese, and that's what we're planning right now. All right, I guess it's time to show up or what we're doing. So what we're gonna show first, like
New guns.
new guns. All right, which theater first?
I'll just
I
start with
recognize
Pacific.
profile picture of Norv and Adrian. Could you explain who is who? All right, so yeah, we have Adrian Steam. Adrian Steam is the he's basically the biggest contributor to I would say programming, and he does a lot of character asset stuff too, in which he kind of flip pre-existing stuff into newer stuff, which is that takes a lot of skill. Right, and Fanyam is the mapper for mostly Eastern Front. Basically, he makes a lot of maps for all the fronts, but not North African fronts. We have Nord Dumpling, who is uh, was working on the North African front. He is the project leader of the Desert Rats. But now the Desert Rats and Black Orchestra is one now, so we're gonna have one team. Tom, I don't know what Tom's doing here, but Willard is gonna be our presenter for sometimes. I mean, he's gonna read the chat and he's gonna relay it back to us, and we're gonna answer it.
Yeah.
What
Hey
tank we
guys.
can expect for the USSR? So we can have the T-34 and the T-70, right? And we're gonna have a better a later
Yeah,
version
we're
of
gonna
the
have the Elite
T-34.
War variants
Yeah,
and the IS-2. Yes.
IS-2. Okay, that's a heavy tank, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Which I plan to make.
right. Let's see. Let's see our SDK is opened. Let's open up some of our map. Let's see what do we have here. Okay, let's open up Volga Banks. It's gonna take a while.
Volga Banks, Volga Banks.
All right. All right. Fanyam is too loud according to chat, so I'm gonna lower you like to like 60%. There we go. All right. We have a question. How will Banzai be implemented?
Well, this is a
Well,
question
Banzai
for
is gonna
each
work
one.
exactly how it was in RS1, unless we have additional changes. But it's gonna work the same way.
As for release date, we don't
Release
have an
date.
exact
We
date
do not
yet.
have
I
a
don't believe.
set release date yet, but we might have something playable. Will that be rally point and let's just finish up the previous question. Right. So there's no release date, but we might have something like late this year as playable, and it's gonna include all of the RO2 and the RS1 factions, and maybe the Chinese if we can really squeeze into it. Fanyam is too low now. Okay, fine. Right. Will there be rally points or the buildable things like in Darkest Hours? There won't be any buildable thing, unfortunately.
No,
There will?
no, 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 no.
Yeah. What do we have for
It's a
buildables?
big no-no.
Yeah, big no. Because as far as I can
You
tell,
can't, you can't build anything.
yes, the biggest concern is that you can block choke points, right? People can't come into the choke points and
Yeah,
be
that's
killed.
what happened with the damn ammo crate. See,
Yes.
can't have nice things now because
Right.
people always want to be bad. So, too bad.
All right. Talking
Okay.
about the ammo cache, right? It's a canceled RS2 asset. And talking about RS2, we do have a lot of improvements to RS2 as well. For example, we do have a lot of quality of life changes, such as we're bringing back the fatigue system, but in a way that is not like in RO2. The fatigue system is gonna be mostly for aiming down a sight. So if you do remember, you can like zoom into the sight a little when you're aiming down. That is going to be affected by your fatigue system now. RS2 style rallies. What does that mean? Like you spawn on your squad leader or something?
Oh no, they're probably talking about tunnel. Nah, no tunnels.
Oh, no tunnels. Okay, I see.
But but I implemented a system that's kind of similar, but like it's like squad leader, but
Right.
but now you have like multiple squad leaders, if you get what I mean. So there's an NCO role for the Japanese, and if you play as the NCO, you are basically a moving spawn point, so like another squad leader basically. And but he can't join any squads. But there could be like four at a time on the map. So his main purpose is just to survive,
All right.
and he has equipment that helps him survive.
That sounds great. I mean, that's basically RL2 for you. I mean, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's just more spawns for the Japanese, so like they're a little more random.
Right. And what does 37 to 54 mean in the title? Does this imply that there will be a second Sino-Japanese War and the Korean War? So yes, we do have Korean War planned. Mostly because they use almost the same equipments as World War II. So we might as well just, why not
Yeah,
adding
just
it?
make it.
Yeah,
Yeah, just make it. The main issue is the map. Like I know the Korea, like most of the battles, like in the mountain.
right.
But when we get to the research phase, then we can start fleshing that stuff out. But for now, we're focusing on World War Two.
All right, we have a question from the mappers. Especially, I guess, Fanyam, since he's working on some Japanese maps. Right. What will the vegetation look like? Because I always found the jungle RS1 way better than RS2. So
It's
how
gonna be
will
like
you like
one.
make
Probably gonna stay the same.
stay the same?
Maybe
So same
new trees.
texture,
No, new textures yet.
No,
new
we're
texture,
gonna put new textures, but it's gonna still have the same feel.
the same feel. Right. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. And Volga just loaded, so I guess we're gonna check the Kismet Union and Wehrmacht. All right. So, which faction should we show first? The German or the Soviets? I guess let's see.
Carl H says, will there be matches with bots?
There will
I
be
guess that's a
matches with
question for
bots.
Adrian.
Yes. We have created a lot of things, a lot of improvements with bots, especially thanks to Adrian. He is a great programmer. The bots are way smarter now, and they can traverse path much better now, and they can do like charges and.
Yeah, they're pretty
What you can see
competent
is
now.
that they kind of have emotions now, so you can see them like fleeing the battle or a charge valiantly.
Yeah, it's very cinematic, especially the Japanese AI. Like they're not dumb, but they'll still charge at you.
Also, will there be complete animations for weapon? Because Type 11 might prove hard, and in the base HLTW, they were incomplete with the G43 not having moving sights. Alright,
Yeah, all those are animated.
let's see about our
Already.
G43, huh?
Yo, flex on them. Yo, we gotta flex on them, man.
Flex.
Alright,
You have
G43,
customization?
here it is.
Yes.
Wait, where's the machine gunner? Where's the rifleman squad thing?
It's elite rifleman.
Elite rifleman. Let me put that into the SDK real quick. Maybe we forgot.
If it's not there, then add a commander class.
All right. Commander, where is it?
But yeah, on
Any,
account
you
of
could put any.
animations, pretty much after the weapon is modeled or whatever,
Or USA rolls? What the?
it goes onto animation and we
It doesn't
get
matter.
references and all that, and it gets animated with accuracy. So the whole point of GOM and this mod is to
Well, we do have elite rifleman. You know what? It's probably because the Kismet.
portray an accurate
yeah,
representation.
I'm not
Oh
gonna do
yeah,
that.
the kids, man.
Right. Just gonna put the commander in here because he have the G43. We do have customization, yes. Our customization has been expanded a lot. We have a lot of original meshes, original textures, all in-house. For all of the
Yeah, if
sections.
you wanna play GI Joe customization, you have like more than 87 different tunings to choose from, and that's a growing list. So like,
Right. Yep. We're gonna update it along the line. Okay, let me like fix the map up real quick.
Fanyum, I guess this is a question for you, but water moving, on like Iwo Jima, for example, are there any other plans for that other than cosmetics? on the
Just
map?
cosmetic.
Yeah.
Alright,
But
here is Commander. No, He doesn't have the G43, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess I can just show him the scope version. And yes, this is one of our new addition. We're gonna have spawn-in animations. So when you spawn in, you're gonna have do a little animation. Right. And the sight does move too, but it's not shown on the scope variant.
There's some about sound. Relay the first question first. Will it be possible to replicate satchel destruction objectives from like virtual world?
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure that out. It's something about replication with the server. They broke it in ours too.
Okay, and then this is I can kind of answer
so for
this
the
one.
guy that complains about the sound, I guess we're gonna have to like lower all of us.
Maps from RO2, that'll definitely be a thing. OG maps like Sparta, along with new maps. So there'll be, I believe, there will be old maps and new maps.
Hey, is there a way to like lower the sound of the game because the explosion is kind of loud?
It's your volume mixer.
Volume mixer, yeah.
All right, yeah, volume mixer is the right thing. Let me fix that real quick.
All maps will be ported, so it's just you're getting the same game, but like looking a lot better. Same map, my bad.
All right, put that to like half. There we go. And yes, we do have new models for G43. We have a lot of new models actually.
Yep, outdated models are stuff that doesn't look as as replaced, or we come up with up-to-date models for RS2 or just beyond that. So if a weapon is too old or it's just doesn't look good, then we replace it.
Add bots. 64.
And if it doesn't exist at all, then we model it as well, obviously.
Yep. And this is our sneak peek of our customization. We have this guy with the smog, the sniper smog. This guy is just with glass and some kind of weird funny mustache. Oh, don't look at these guys. Alright. Winter cover helmet. Look at that guy. What are there so many of these guys? Alright. Gee, there's plenty of these guys. But yeah, we do have a lot of helmet customization. We have the bread bag on this guy head, for example. Chicken wire. All these guys have helmets. Like, I want to show other stuff. Oh, this guy with. There we go. This guy have the hood up, and he have the cap. Just kind of far. This 1943 cap. But it looks cool. Okay, and it's a video game. This guy with the cap and the funny mustache.
Yo, game
This
is
guy
too
has a
loud.
welding goggle. Right. We haven't add the flamethrower, I guess, but we do have the flamethrower for both German and Russians. The Rocks one and what's it called? Alpha 41. We have a question.
Yeah, I remember we added the thing where like shows like a little flame.
Oh yes,
at the end.
dripping flame.
Here's a question. Here's are the West maps. I know we're having America versus Germany, but here's are the West maps. Are those being ported as well?
Yeah, we have a few. I don't think we're planning to add all of them though.
I mean, we might add all of them depending on if it's okay. Like because sometimes there's contributors that are they're protective of their stuff, but that's understandable. And sometimes we can't do it because we physically can't port it for some reason. But the goal is to try to get all of the original back.
Dynamic music from RO2.
Yeah, that's back.
Show off the Soviet side now.
It's dependent on your morale. So like, if your characters are low morale, then it's gonna be low morale music. High morale, normal morale.
And this is
Here's a
what
good
we have
question.
for questions.
Some assets from IOM from RO2. I know there's some similar systems, but we're talking about assets like Molotovs.
Nah,
Molotov,
no,
we have our own
we're not
Molotov.
using anything IOM.
Yes.
There's nothing IOM, so everything's original.
Everything, I kind of like I looked at some IOM stuff, but like I was able to make better versions.
Yeah.
Yep. And stuff like the PTRD and the Panzerfusion,
Yeah,
we already made it from scratch, in-house. Right, so
and
this is our-
it works.
Yep. We got a lot of officers here. This guy have a chest plate. And this guy has an anti-tank PTRD 41, which is a new weapon.
Yep. I'm working on some of the new
And
weapons
this
for
guy has
Pacific right
NKVD.
now.
Yep, Willer is a Mauler. I'm sorry, Pretty Mauler. And he has made the PTRD 41. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's see. Second side.
Yeah, we're all working together, so
Yep.
it's doing good so far.
Let's see. Let's show off your anti-tank gun here.
PTRD in teams of 2? No, I believe it reloads fast at the moment, but it'll be a one-man, I believe.
It's a one-man gun, so we can demo it real quick. So it's gonna be used. You can't really like use that as either light down or in a piece of cover. So let me like show us a place to place this down. Right there. That animation kind of messed up, but yeah, this you fire once. Oh, what the heck? All right, let me try that again. All right, there we go. Fire. It has an auto ejector for the case, so it's gonna be really quick to use. That's how fast you expect it to be. Right. Let me check PG real quick. Yeah. I have a question on 4chan to make sure that I save the VOD. Of course I would save the VOD. In fact, YouTube does it by default actually. Alright. Actually, let's have like a bot match. I'm gonna start suicide. I'm gonna actually let's restart the whole match so that we can have the bot spawning in. Right. Add bots. 64.
Фашисты окружены. Они недооценили нас и не смогли захватить город. Пришло время расплаты. За Сталина!
64. There we go. Now all the bots are.
I just checked the Discord. There's a question about Winter War. Winter War. Is it wrong to hold out hope that Winter War would also get revamped and included in this, or is that mod dead entirely?
I want to do continuation war,
So we
but
might have to-
that's along the end.
But yeah, if we ever port that thing over, we're just gonna make all of the assets from scratch because Winter War is not, professional enough for us.
I mean, the assets are like character asset ones. It looks great, but like some things that was when we just started like modding. Like all of us were like baby modders.
Mhm.
So yeah, some of us are from the original team.
Yes.
But you know, if we ever go back, we gotta do it right. You know, we gotta make it right. Same way we do this one, we're gonna do that one.
And then there's one about free look for infantry. No third person. There are legs and shadows like Gom, but I'm not sure if free look.
Oh, yes.
Adrian,
Legs.
that'll be a question for you.
If you look down, you can see your own legs. And if you go into the shade, you can actually see your own shadow.
Yeah.
Which is kind of useful for when you're like peeking someone across like around a corner. We don't want to see your shadows. So you can salvage them.
But no, I believe with the way the animations and the first person like character model works is I don't think you could do that, but I could be wrong. That'd be an Adrian question.
Right. Yep. I mean, we can put it offline. We're really.
I don't even know how we would make that look right. Because
Right.
like if we look
It just
down,
depends if
you're gonna
just
see like
new
floating arms. You look left, you're gonna see floating arms. Look right.
SPG-44 would have object. I believe that would go to OP. So it's gonna have.
It's also really rare.
It's rare
We're gonna
too.
have the optic and the
I mean,
Battle
technically
of
they have
Berlin.
The F4 scope, but it's not insane. And yes, we made a whole system for this PDB where you can actually like see the bullets being pulled out.
All these complicated ass guns.
That would be me, right? Hold on. Is my audio bad or something?
Let me check.
Alright, I just have my mouse like closer to my microphone, so I think that would be good now. Let me check this real quick.
Yeah, you're a bit quiet. It should be better now.
Alright. Yeah, what else do we have here? A Panzerfaust, of course.
I'll be right
And
back.
yes,
I gotta go to the warehouse.
We have reanimated all of the weapons from RO2. The meshes are the same, but they are also retextured and reanimated in addition to new weapons.
We also had to recreate the normals on some of them
Yes, because they were very low.
they were very poor,
Yep.
very low. So you know,
Alright.
it
I
still
mean,
took
I
some
think
effort.
that's enough for Eastern Front. We're gonna look for something else.
Yeah. Tanks in theaters where they weren't originally in the game. So like RS1, like would you have LVTs and Shermans?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
What else do we have here? Hey Fanyam, what kind of Pacific Front map is available for us? Hanto?
Yep.
Alright. Let's open a Panto.
Japanese tanks, like the I don't know the name of them.
Like the
but
Hago and the
yeah, the little light armored.
the problem with that is
They're
the
left
map.
unused in the game.
We don't really have maps for them.
Yeah.
We could just edit maps and then like turn the time of day
Alright.
and call it a day.
Panzerfaust elevation. I believe it's when you like any other gun on the iron
Yep.
sights, you scroll wheel.
Yep, you use your scroll wheel to like move up or down, and all of them have sight dialing enabled. Let's
Iwo
see.
Jima tanks and Type 11 flamethrower and bonsai. So I think we're doing Pacific Front right now.
You can actually see Iwo Jima right now in the RS2 workshop.
Huh.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Got
I wonder why.
I wonder.
I mean, it's
I'm trying to sabotage this. We're trying to leak something.
leaking the whole order the Iwo Jima map.
All right.
Are you in
Let me make
communication
sure.
with the Darkest Hour team?
Darkest Hour. Actually, we do have some communication with Darkest Hour, mainly through Adrian. He's a good friend of those people. But yeah, we
I was
technically
supposed
do
to
not
do
have
some
any
animation
relation.
work, but
Yeah, we're just friends. That's it.
I got busy as hell. Like I was gonna make a bunch of animations for them, but uh, more important things came up.
Right. Type 11, as in like the Type 11 machine gun for the Japanese, right? We can
Yeah,
show
I would
that.
assume. Yeah.
It
Just give
was
us a
in the
second. We're
video.
cooking this map. Yes, the Type 11 is fully animated. It is created in-house. Let me pull it up. Pure Japanese Army machine gunner. Type 11. There you go.
米軍の戦車や戦闘機ごときでは
Can you name down the
我々
sights
の戦意
while
を止めら
you're
れない
on the ground. That is the plus for this weapon. Alright, let's man some bots. Alright. The map is not the main map is not good yet. But yes, this is a direct port from Rising Storm 1. But we do have some additions to the characters.
Yeah, web gear and cosmetics like jackets, like M43 field jackets for America and U.S. versus Germany
Can't really see the enemies from here.
is new and all that. So there's a lot new cosmetics
A lot
and
of
web
work
gear.
on the characters because that's what we're gonna see most of the time.
Yeah, USMC web gear and magazine pouches and tunics are updated as well.
The hopper's controller is not working essentially right now, but here's some animation. You can see it going. Right. I think it's better if we go to a like secluded place and show it. Right. I don't know why the animation is playing the rest version. But yes, you can see the animation running. Nemor
You
is
showed
basically
the
the same
Nemor,
thing
right?
as oh, we're having the German load after this because we haven't finished it yet.
Will there be different Thompson variants? Yes. So we
Oh
have
yes.
for the Western Front, America versus Germany will be the M1 Thompson.
Why do we have
You can
airborne in this thing?
you can find it in Pacific, but you'll start because the Marines they had the 1928. So you'll see.
Properties.
Well, what I'm working on right now is the Rising. So you'll start with the Rising,
50
but you can
Rising.
also get like well, it's not like you start with it, but you can choose from like the Rising, the Thompson. The Pacific has the 1928, for example,
Let me fix up the rolls real quick.
and you can see that in the trailer how you have the 1928 versus the Japanese.
Hey Adrian, is it normal that the Marines are spawning in as paratroopers role?
What?
Okay, for some reason
Do you
I
have it
cannot
as
access the
Marines?
Marines role, and it's showing up as paratroopers.
What?
Will you be able to select the Gunto variant, unlike in RS1 where you're
Go
stuck with
up.
the sword version you're at?
Gunto, I'm not really
Oh my
sure
God.
about Gunto yet, but right there, that's
Maybe
our
that's
new
a
M1920 Thompson.
yeah, Thompson. That might be like a leveling question or something.
Right.
Yeah, but that's Thompson right there.
So we have 3 variants of the Thompson. We have this 1920 Thompson, and one of the drum, and the M1A1 Thompson.
M44 carbine Mosin with a folding bayonet and the M38 Mosin.
Yeah, we're planning on adding the M44 carbine for engineers role for the Soviet Union. Cosmetics will be level related. Unfortunately, I cannot show you on the cosmetic system on the developer build. We have to cook it, and we gotta show it in the engine. Let's see what. And you have the trench gun too? Oh, it's not working, huh? It's weird.
What they don't know is that this is right where we want them, huh? Now that we have them surrounded on the inside,
Huh? I think this one's broken. Don't look at that.
What was that about the gun tone?
I'll repeat it.
They're
He said,
asking. Never mind. You do it.
will you be able to select the Gunto variant, unlike in RS1 where you're stuck with the version you have?
Well, if we add gun tone variants.
Yeah.
Hey, Adrian, you want to show anything about the Pacific Front? I kind of show some weapon, and that's it. Want to look, have a look
yeah.
closer on the character assets?
Yeah, let's look at
Yeah, you can show the P42s and the P41s, I guess.
Oh, here's a good question. Are there any plans with Tripwire to integrate Black Orchestra into RS2 the way Talvisota was?
Yes, in fact.
Not
actually,
like Talvisota.
Not unlike Talvisota. It's gonna be better though.
Because that's why Talvisota died, because his store page was such a bitch to update. You see.
We're planning something even better.
Yeah, we're working closely with Tripwire because they want to help us. So.
Alright, this is the arsenal of the U.S. Marine Corps. So you can see there's a lot of additions to.
Oh, here's a good question. The British Pacific Front, like Burma, stuff like that.
Yeah, you'll get Burma with the Chinese and the Anzac and all that stuff. Singapore, because I have the original Singapore code and the Pacific Armor code, so like everything's here.
So yeah, if you look really closely, every single character here have somewhat different characteristics. Like this guy is rolled.
I think you're froze
Yep.
right now.
Is it?
Screen's froze.
Is the stream broke?
Shared whole screen.
Oh,
Um,
right. Alright. I'm sorry, I was looking at the other screen. There we go,
When did
my
you
bad.
decide to merge
we
the
go.
mods? I guess you're meaning Desert Rats and Black Orchestra.
What was the
I think that was
question?
about when did you decide to merge the mods? I think that was a year ago, right?
A year ago, because we felt that there shouldn't be more than one World War II mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's gonna be better if we work together, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be like duplicate assets, and then you're gonna split the player base. Like that's no good.
Alright.
So yeah, you can see the web gears updated here. It's all the tan, but it's new textures and updated models.
The years are new. I mean, technically not new, it's from RS2, but we appropriated.
Yeah. So it's gonna be official with Tripwire. Yeah, it's official, but
Yeah, we got
it's not gonna be a
we got the
standalone.
go from Tripwire. Let's do
It's
it.
not gonna be a standalone game like RS1.
It's not official from Tripwire. It's just the okay from Tripwire.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
got the okay to do this.
Yep.
Because it's kind of like gray area. You're kind of remaking a game that they're still selling, but
hmm
Let's look at the
Alan said it
Japanese.
was okay, so it's all good.
So it's not an official thing, but it's just go ahead. Alright.
Alright, maybe one day it might become official. Who knows? Like Tripwire be like, yo, this is so good. Let's put it in the game. It might do something like
Yes,
that.
we have masks for the characters too. So for some character, you're gonna see dirtiness on their face, some bruise. You can do that
Work
on
in-
your customization for your character. I think
There
these
was-
Oh
features
yeah,
are not.
show how the characters get dirty when they fall on the ground and stuff. Like if they dive, the
Alright.
character actually gets
How do I really
dirty.
show that? Because
And well, you go in third person.
okay.
There was a
Alright.
work in progress RO2 mod that
Let's
was
see.
Soviets versus Japanese. Can this be implemented in some maps for this mod?
We have a
Kinda
late
dark here.
war
I'm gonna go
map.
to a place with more
Yes,
lights.
the August offensive, like Shumshu Island and Mutanchang.
Okay.
And then
As
it
you can
looks faster
see,
paced
according
than
to the debug
OG.
log, we do have mod on the character, and you can see it's kind of dirty now.
So there's a statement here, but I'll make it a question. He says it looks faster paced than OG Red Orchestra, more like RS2. So I'll ask, how does the gameplay of like the bolt actions and limited automatics kind of compare to RS2? It's obviously the same game, but it'll be a bit slower paced, I would imagine.
Personally, I think it's slower than RO2
Yes,
because
this is what the character
RO2 has a
shows.
lot of boost.
Yes.
The in RO2, you fire and you miss, you can just go again because the character is so leveled up. He's like, oh, I got a level 50 gun. I could bolt this thing in like less than half a second, you know. And then
Same memory of
he also
Korean.
has like buffs on his character, and you move faster too. Like your speed is boosted when you level up. So I I honestly think what we have right now is
Where the lights are,
basically
yes.
RO2 at like level 0. That's how slow you are right now.
Okay, fine. I cannot find Mummy of Kurgan in my package.
Will we see a RS1 port for ATU?
Now,
ATTU.
What?
Will we see a
Yeah, it's
oh,
a
it's
question
the
related
number.
to what I was making in Red Orchestra
Yeah.
like a few months ago. Well, basically, Horse and Map was a testing ground for getting like feedback from people. So I just made a RO2 map, like converted like from Winter War. It was originally Winter War map, but I have returned it to its roots. So it's now Horse and Island. So yeah, I was planning to make Atto, and certainly I'll be trying to make a version of it for our mod.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool to have like an Alaska sort of battle because you
Yeah,
don't really hear about that.
it was the only Pacific battle that was fought in the winter.
Yeah.
Okay, Miguel has a question. Will it be a really big mod, or will it be divided by servers and be able to just download what you want to play? It's gonna be a one large mod, but it's gonna be what, a 10 gigabyte, 20 gigabytes? Because we're really conscious about optimization. In fact, we made a whole system to cut down on texture usage because textures are taking the most space in your hard drive. So yeah, we're just trying to squeeze as much as we can into this package. Right.
The thing that eats up the most space is maps. Just remember that.
Maps and
Character
map and texture.
packages
Yes.
don't really matter that much. It's the maps that eat up a lot of space. That's
Right.
why RS2 is like 70 gigabytes.
All right. And normally, since you're already here, would you mind showing us your North African front?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Actually, you're pretty. We can barely hear you. Here you go. All right. Unfortunately, I don't have the latest build for North Africa, so we're gonna see it through his vision.
Yeah, so basically this is Mareth map, set in like North Africa. So they had a lot of bunkers Germans have built, and there is basically an offensive by the British forces. As you can see, it was 19th April of 1943, so it's closer to Tunisian campaign when it was full-fledged. So you can see in the background we have a sea and kind of Maris line itself. So It was all built using Quixel. Quixel is the free like source of photo scan assets. So let's say we can't just place rock and use it. So
All right. You
we
just
build in North
your stream
Africa.
is okay. Never mind. It's back.
It's fine.
Yeah, for building North Africa, we've built totally new shaders. So you can see we just can.
It's blending much better to the ground.
Yeah, it's blending much better now to the ground. We have certain parameters. Let's see here. Let's say we take a well. It's going to load up.
All right.
Yeah, as you can see, we have diffuse normal. Static material, we have dirt overlay, the main texture tiling, so we can use it
Oh, they can't see
for the different sets of bashes.
They can't see that.
You might
Alright.
have to show your whole
Oh, no,
screen.
it's delayed. Never mind.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, as you can see, we built a new translucent shader, so it blends better with terrain. Of course, it comes a little bit of a cost, so that's what you get. So
Hey, it's
that's Maria's
2023.
map.
I think computers are much better now.
Yeah, let's run a test phase,
Yep.
see
We'll
how it
optimize
runs.
later down the line. Man, you should
So you
let
can
the
see,
animation play.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, we're gonna
play
do a little bit
spawn
trick here.
animation. Right.
Yeah, we're gonna capture first cap zone real quick. Well, you can walk around like we have some dynamic clouds. We also have fake clouds. We'll show it on our minor map. So let's capture this position real quick. So it's an accurate Lee FH-18 German howitzer.
Here's two.
So everything is Quixel based, yeah, from materials to meshes. Yeah, what was the question?
Well, these are just general related. I guess North or Hoover, you could answer this because Adrian just went back to
Okay,
work, I
so
think.
we saw facial animations
Faci-
being teased
facial
in the
animations,
2
yeah.
trailer, but they were never implemented. Are there any plans to introduce them in the mod? Unfortunately, no. The facial animation for RO2 are basically just for show for the trailer. Yeah. In order to make facial animations, it's gonna be very complicated and time intensive, of which we do not have the resource. And will the Japanese keep the ability they had in RS1 where they won't lose tickets if they commit suicide by grenade or satchel? Yeah, if it up to me, I would keep it like that. But it's gonna go through Adrian because he's the guy who decides all of the Japanese things. But yeah, I guess very highly chance that we're gonna keep that the same way.
Yeah, so you can see it's quite a large map. Yep, I got killed. Let's see. So, let's pick our weapon. So we have like loose gun and brain gun. So the decision was that after Dunkirk, the British have lost a lot of their weapons, so they have reverted to using loose guns. Like at some point, like long range desert groups. Of course, they were not as frequently used, so we have made a decision to kind of implement them as a balance figure. So you have some kind of a trade-off. You see, we cannot aim down sights with loose machine gun, so we have to lie down. Oops. Let's lie down, bare place. That's our concern was, yeah, basically see mod on a gun. That you have such an accurate weapon with such high capacity and yeah, high penetration power.
Use the scroll wheel. I want to see the sights, how it works.
Let's lie down again.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
so this is our
Working.
sites.
Yep.
So let's see enemies very, very far. Should right there. More accurate. So let's show the brain gun. Yeah, M1911
The
is a
brain gun is
placeholder for now.
basically directly from Heroes of the West. Although we do have plans for changes.
Yeah, the bots are killing this map for some reason. They keep
Yeah,
giving
because
commands.
you're the host.
Cause the rocks. Cause the
Yeah,
rock.
the host.
Yeah, you're the host.
Yeah,
So
you can
it's-
see there's all the vehicles that you need basically. So we have Unreal Universal Carrier over there, Sherman over here. We've seen some planes crash, but yeah, let's pick another map. So as you can see, this is a pretty large map. So this is our setup. A lot of bunkers. Distances for travel are somewhat between 150 and 200 meters. This is the last objective. So Mareth line. And yeah, we've spent a lot of time working on that rainy shader, which Russian Storm 2 broke in their update. Alright, let's check LLM main now. It's gonna load up.
maybe you should have a close up on how our characters look like.
Yep.
In Alamein. Yeah, it's a brighter map.
Oh, and showcase the tanks there.
Yeah, and show the tank too.
I believe the tanks crashed at the moment.
Really. If the tanks aren't working, you can just plop down the mesh. Show us.
The
Show them what
Panther
we're
4
looking for.
should work.
Panther 4. Okay.
The
Yeah, try.
Crusaders should work, by the way.
Right.
So no one's asked this question, but I'll ask. So apart from tanks, are there any plans for like jeeps and other stuff like that?
Depends on the scale of the map. But like I know Heroes of the West utilized a lot of Jeep related stuff and they have one with like the machine gun on top. So yeah, maybe I mean we still have it. The Willy. We
Yeah.
have it in
Yeah.
in Desert Rat. So
Yeah.
I mean yeah, you're gonna see cars, I guess. I
Yeah, okay, like,
wanted to implement trucks, but maybe later.
You have the SAS with the Willys Jeep, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I believe we don't have plans for SAS for now.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's just regular army. It's pretty much large map. It's gonna take a while to load. Well, you can ask questions for now, I suppose.
Flame particle. Yeah, maybe we'll show it later.
But yeah, like, yeah, we can show like LLMA like and Majes LBAP. Basically, maps are based on real life location. They're just scaled down, and the interest points are kept in reachable distance, so you don't have to run like 5 kilometers to reach an airfield or something like that.
So here's a good question. Any plans to develop a French Indochina war theater? Yes, I believe so. And if so, will we also see the French be added for World War II?
French added to World War II.
Nope.
No, I don't believe so, but
What?
Is
France
this
might have to solve it.
LLMA?
Well, there's barely any
Okay.
battle that includes the French that is already noteworthy, unfortunately.
New tanks with interiors, if it's so, is it
No,
possible
we're gonna
for
have
R1?
simple interior for new tanks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
A good example would be how to lose style of interior. It's just gonna be a plate where you can look outside.
Yeah, you get to kill the French in 54, okay? Not
That's
right
crazy.
now.
I guess this would apply for weapons like the paratrooper Rising and maybe the Thompson, or a grease gun as well. But collapsible stock ability, I would assume so.
Yep,
It would
we
be
do have
key.
collapsible stocks.
Yeah, yeah, of
Everything
course.
Yeah,
that
no
Why,
reason
RS2
to
why
get
would
rid of
we
it.
get rid of that?
added, we're adding it back to this.
Yeah, it's already
You're
there, so
still
there's
able
no
to
reason
hold
to
your
get rid of it.
MP40, so
All right.
why not?
Yep. So currently we're looking at the Deutsche Afrika Korps.
Yeah, I see it's based on real location.
Yes.
Just heavily scaled down.
So how do you make this map?
Yeah. Yeah, first we take like height map,
Height map.
and then we, yeah, a real location. Then we can just scale it down to meaningful sizes, and then we build a prototype. So it can be a simple blockout, but it has to be playable. And after that, we keep using meshes to build an actual map. So
Vichy
you're,
France. I don't think we'll have Vichy France, but they did fight. I'll admit that.
so we get up on the ridge here. So what you can see is a tower. So transmitter tower. So
Yes. This is such a
maybe it
good
wasn't
example.
there in real life.
What?
Oh
What
shit.
was that?
Wait, what
Huh.
the? What's that?
I don't think that's
Sniper.
I think that's War Two.
Was
Was that the
when
Eiffel Tower? Uh-oh. F4 Phantom.
here
F4
we
Phantom.
see CVT-15 trucks that was landed to us as one of the key assets. Some assets were also purchased, some assets were just donated, some assets were just created from scratch or reworked. So as you can see, it's all Quixel.
Right.
It's blending in very nicely. Here we have Burning Panzer IV. So, Bravo objective. Objective defense line. Let's see if I can snipe anyone from here. As you see, as the map is pretty flat, however there's plenty of cover. So I cannot land precise shots.
Here's a question for you, North. The heat wave distortion from the trailers of Desert Rats, is that still present?
Yeah, heat distortion is a
Yeah.
bit complicated because that effect cannot be cooked. So we're just looking at the ways to like apply effects like raindrops on screen, heat wave effect, stuff like that. So let's see.
All right. We have a question about campaign game mode. Any chances to see a campaign game mode? Of course, there will be campaign, but it's gonna depend
There's
on
no
if
Crusader
we
tank.
figure it out or not. Because the campaign in RS2 is actually hard coded, and it's very difficult to mod. So we might have to make our own campaign system.
I'm getting shot at. Yeah, here is a defense line where British took the defense at the Alamein. Of course, there are some visual liberties in terms of gameplay, so it can be actually playable.
Passing
Let's ignore that.
sandstorms.
Do we have sandstorms?
Yeah, that would be a
Bubbling?
weather type thing, right?
We
Yeah,
can.
weather type thing is kind of debatable for now, but I suppose we can do it like rain. So, rain, how does rain work? It spawns an emitter on top of a player. We can do the same for sandstorm or snowstorm or any sort of weather we want.
All right. Can you do a close up for the British? Want to see how you look like?
I'll kind of elaborate on that question for him. In RS2, and I don't know about RS1 because I haven't played in a while, but all the maps, it's like ASAL, or the Australian one along Tan, I think. It's all have rain like on the map
Yeah, it's a
for the
weather
whole map.
system, right?
Yeah. Would it be? I think he's trying to ask. Would it be like so you have like passing storms, like it starts raining and it stops raining in the middle of a match?
Starts in the middle of a match. I don't think so, no, because it's controlled by world info, something that is cooked. I believe we cannot yet dynamically control weather.
I'm pretty sure.
So yeah,
Adrian has
sorry,
to
but
figure that
I'm
out.
pretty sure there's a way to do that. According to Psycho Pigeon, he made the map Operation Slash Hammer, where the weather.
yeah, the rain there on that map was rather static.
I see.
Yes.
So it was a mesh, not an actual effect.
I see.
So yeah, you can see on British it's pattern 37. It was used by British a lot, and many things that it was not used in Africa, but it was used.
Right.
It was also used by Australians. The Australians have their own service dress. I don't think I can show you a desert uniform yet.
Yeah, the
Maybe
desert
someone
is not.
spawned in. It's
Is it like
not
Portland or
yet
something?
coded. Yeah, because while we have the model, we have a trick, we have a texture, it's not yet implemented because it takes a lot of reworking to do in our code base. But yeah, let's spectate. So this is second objective, it's quite wide. It's our defense line. Then goes LLM and airfield. So it's third objective. Yeah, there are a lot of vehicles. Matador fuel truck, Hurricane. So it's a rather small playable area, limited to just this hangar. However, if you want to flank around, you can use this airfield at your disposal.
We got a couple
You have
questions.
a jazz music player? Yeah, what is the question?
I think you touched on this in the Discord about Italians. It's asked if that will be added. I believe so. But I'll add on to the question like Italian, U.S. and Italy.
Italians are under big question for now because we had a character artist working on them. We have weapons, several weapons implemented. We didn't show them. I doubt we will. But yeah, she was kind of in the middle of a war, so we don't have contacts with her right now. And so Italians are delayed until further notice. It'll be a while.
Mhm.
Well, you see, it's a pretty big, large open map. However, a lot of cover. And our gameplay without additional zooming in kind of accounts for that. So it's much more playable. As you can see, it will be a lot more fun with vehicles. Let's see if I can actually use the vehicle right now. Oops.
Alright, we have a question here. I once read that RO2 maps had an ambient temperature value that affects barrel overheating. Is it legit or is it in the mod? Will be in the mod.
I
So
think
far
it's
as I
a
can-
question to Adrian.
I'm pretty sure the ambient
Yeah.
temperature is a real thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be coming back to our
Rip.
mod.
That's
I'm gonna crash.
that's how the
Crashed?
Wait,
map
who's using-
detects if it should snow or not.
Oh no. Right.
Uh-oh.
Actually,
Did
yeah,
you use
talking
the
about
console to
overheating,
spawn
let's,
in?
let's show up something.
Yeah.
Here we go. If you guys end up having a campaign game mode, will it have historical progression in terms of what weapons are available / tanks?
Oh yeah, it's gonna depend on the year of the war, right? So let's say we have 1942 Stalingrad. We will not have 1943 stuff or 1942 MG42 either, because it was in a siege and they didn't deliver MG42s to the front.
Panzerfaust, yeah, they're already implemented. If you go to the beginning of the stream, kind of, I think Hoover used it for a second.
Yes, during the Pacific gameplay, there are Panzerfaust with Imperial Japanese. Oh yeah, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, we kind of haven't finished the loadout for a Japanese, so we're just slapping the code of the German on top. So yeah, most of the German stuff you see on the Japanese are just placeholders. In fact, I'm gonna open up another Eastern Front map where I will show you the Panzerfaust.
He's not here anymore, but someone asked a question about like the Chinese. Yeah, I believe that will be added.
Yes,
They
the
were working
Chinese
on
is
helmets the other
gonna
day.
be one of our focus point for the game. Right, that's gonna be the new front for our mod that nobody ever done before.
Lunge mines, I just said yes in the chat,
Yep,
but
we're
I
gonna have
believe
lunch
that's
mine.
estimated time. I said TBD.
Yep.
So we're still doing work in progress.
I'm talking about work in progress. We do have another system work in progress, and that is the tank repair mechanics. Right. One of the problems from RL2 is that, let's say your track is blown out and you're like in the middle of nowhere, and that's it for you. Your tank is basically dead because you can't move or do anything. But with our new system, of which we introduce repair to our tanks, we can fuel repair our tanks into working conditions, so we can either go back to our base, or if you spend more time, you can fix more stuff.
Will we see communist China? I know we're
Communist
saying
China, as far as I can tell, is not planned. We're playing on the Kuomintang or the NR8 right now, and that is our focus.
Later down the line, when we get to the late war stuff, yeah, you will see Kuomintang versus communist Chinese.
Right.
he's not here anymore, but I'll ask a question on his behalf because he was kind of asking about tanks. We kind of touched on in the beginning, like T-34 and sort of heavy tanks like IS-2. But as for like Desert Rats, for example, you've got like Cromwells, right? And then like light Panzers. What about like a Tiger, for example, like Tiger 131? Would that be like a rare tank to implement?
We actually have Majestil BAP. It's set up in Tunisia in 1943. It's going to feature Tiger 1 versus Churchill, as well as we have Flagstaff Hill, quite famous battle. It'll be a supremacy map. We're experimenting with it for now, but one side will have 3 Tigers and another one will have 3 Churchills. So it's heavy versus heavy tank.
I'll address these backwards. Will this be available on Steam? I'd like to wishlist. I don't think it's gonna be. Well, Adrian, that's a you question. I like Talisoda. What way will it be implemented into the game? Yes, it'll be on Steam.
Under investigation. Like we can't tell much about that. But yes, it will be on Steam.
Yeah.
But we're setting up a deal with Tripwire Interactive regarding our appearance on Steam.
Whether it's his own page or not is up in the air right now, I believe.
Right. We have a new overheating mechanics where you can actually see the barrel start overheating, and it's gonna grow red. So if you look at this MG34 barrel, is cold and quiet right now, but when I start dumping ammo, it's gonna become more red. As you can see, it's kind of red now.
Released this year. As we said earlier, it's up in the air, TBD. I would think, we're making a lot of progress. I mean, these guys are, at least. As for this year, that's not... Adrian, what do you think? Is he here?
I don't think he's here.
Fight is a
He's-
I think
Negotiating for this.
realistically, if we worked on this thing like every day with no job, then yeah, but we have lives, so
Yep. Okay, most of us are students, okay? Like, Asian, me, and Willard, we go to school. We go to college. We have our family to take care of, whatever. Right, so it's gonna hinder on our way of living. So it's just gonna give us some times while we're working on this.
Is the squad system going to be the same or RS2 6-player loadout? I guess he means same as like RO2.
Oh yes, it's gonna be like.
it's gonna
RS2.
stay like RS2.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna have
gonna
a
stay
squad
the
leader
same.
that can be any squad, and in a squad you can be any role. Which is more casual, but you know, it's a video game. Yeah, it's gonna be 6 people in the squad. It's right here. You can see it. 6 people. Oh yes, the flamethrower. There we go. Alright, this is the Flammenwerfer 41. Does work. We have another one for the Russians. And the British are gonna have their own flamethrower too. So technically every single faction is gonna have flamethrower. I'm not sure about the Japanese. I'm pretty sure. I guess we can add them for the Chinese offensive. Select the other team. I'm not sure why it's not showing up in the engineering role. There we go. Oh, oh. I think it's broken. I think it's not ready for that yet. So, what have we not touched up yet? Are we gonna show some, like, Chinese assets? Is that your plan, Adrian?
We've touched on German versus Soviet, but German versus US, like American Army versus US Marines. Because we showed US Marines, but I'm not sure about
Yeah,
US Army.
we have U.S. Marines and U.S. Army and U.S. Airborne. They're gonna be on different maps, so we're gonna port over all of the Hero of the West, most of the Hero of the West maps, and we're gonna
Yo,
touch it
show
up
the
better.
willy.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Spawn the
sure.
willy.
Show the what?
Spawn the willy. The jeep.
The Mutt Willy? Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me open up like an open map. You know what? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna spawn it right here. Not war property. It's right here. Content browser. Actor. Where's the vehicle spawn, Fanyam?
Just use console.
Oh, you can do it like that? Okay, sure. Alright.
Фашисты окружены. Они недооценили нас и не смогли захватить город. Пришло время расплаты. За Сталина!
Alright. And what is the command?
Spawn willy.
It's not showing up.
Bro, this stream
try this
is
way.
so delayed.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't even showing it. But yeah, it's not showing up. Hold on. Spawn Willie. You know what? Let me try another map. Maybe maybe Hanto would work.
You gotta look at the air. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, let me spawn in here. Yeah, I'm showing my second screen because if I show my first screen, it's gonna be suicide. Right. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. That's Marine Corps.
These jet bastards know we're
Spawn
willing
Willie.
to stand a fight.
Look up, right?
That's why they sucker punched us at Pearl Harbor.
Huh?
No more free shots. We
Nothing's
stop
spawning,
them
dude.
right here, right now.
Are you pulling my leg?
Look up
Yeah, I'm looking
more.
up.
Straight in the air. At an angle.
An angle. Actually,
Spawn the
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 storage
Crusader.
works,
Did it work?
though. No, if I spawn a different vehicle, it works, but not the Willy Jeeps. So I'm not sure if it's like broken or something. Oh yeah, if you're close to a tank and you're getting some sort of what's it called? Suppression. So it's gonna be good for when you're advancing the enemies with tanks. It's gonna get more difficult for you to get close to the vehicle. Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot show the Willys Jeep today because it's broken. You have anything to touch on, Fanyum? Maybe some assets? Maybe
Nope.
something that we haven't talked about?
Nope.
No?
I mean, I'll ask a question if you want to show. Well,
Sure.
let me ask you in discussion real quick.
Right.
I'll ping you. Check discussion.
The Reichstag.
Oh, yes, the Reichstag. Fanyum,
Yeah.
so do you have a plan for Reichstag?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you show us
already
some of
made
your
the.
work in progress on Reichstag?
Yes.
All right.
As you can see, I already made the entire thing. I just need to texture and UV all of it
Right.
and
That's a
make
lot of
collision
work.
for it. Not to be done. This
No, so obviously this is Berlin.
Yep.
I gotta make all these windows broken.
Yep, that's a lot of details there.
See the dome. These pillars. Even the back part is modeled.
So, how are you gonna plan out this map, Reichstag?
So we're gonna have the outside version,
Right.
and we're also gonna have an inside version.
So we're gonna have
You-
two Reichstag maps.
Yes.
So here's a question for you, Fanyam. I remember this when you started working on the Reichstag, but someone asked, couldn't you port R01's model? I remember there was something wrong with it, but I
Or
could
one
be wrong.
models. Yeah, but wouldn't R01 models be a little too?
Yeah, R01 was
dated.
like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really blocky. The last time I checked the Reichstag map on R01, it's really like unpolished. Not in a way that's that's like bad, but it's just not up to par for the day.
I mean, that's really about it.
Yeah.
Marsteg.
So yeah, how's you gonna plan the outside of Reichstag?
The outside.
Yeah, like how are you gonna plan the map? Can you tell us more?
I'm gonna look at real life pictures
All right.
and yeah, based on that. And yeah, I'm gonna make the also those buildings in front of it too.
All right. All the buildings in front of it. All right, that's gonna be a lot of work to do. Let's see what else that we have to touch on. Oh yeah, we do need some character asset people. So if you have skill and you can help us with character assets, then we're very appreciated. Oh, there you go. Another North African map. Is it like in Greece or something? Can you tell us more about this?
Yes. Yes, this is Majestic Bab, set in Tunisia, 1943.
Tunisia.
Here's a good question. I think this would apply mostly for U.S. Army, because a lot of World War II units, as far as I can recall, didn't, have, except for British and America, you don't have a lot of like different patches. But will Black Orchestra use GOM 4's customization features such as backpack and arm patches?
That's gonna be up to Adrian. I personally wouldn't have patches, but if Adrian can wing it out somehow, then sure, why not?
Yeah, you just have limited, because, like airborne, you just have 82nd and 101st. And the infantry, you got like 4th ID and 29th and all that kind of D-Day stuff. But as for customization, for U.S. Army, I know at least there's going to be like M43s and the classic like Kelly's Heroes look with like that little, I don't know what kind of jacket it is, but the little like windbreaker sort of deal, and the HBTs and stuff. So yeah.
The mod will not have RO2 cover system, mostly because nobody used the cover system from RO2, but we might have it for bots, for single player. And yes, we're planning on single player campaign, as in like it's just some collection of missions that have like a storyline that you follow. But yeah, still up in the air. We're still playing on it.
An issue with RO2's cover system, from what I recall, I could be wrong, but the issue with that for RS2 is that you have to, when you're making the map, it's like predetermined
Yes.
cover pieces, right?
Yes, you would have to put down every single cover piece
Yeah.
so that it could work in the game, which is a lot of work.
Wait,
Right?
that's wrong weapon.
Was that?
Right.
That is the American weapon. Yeah.
It's a rifle. Yeah, it's a placeholder for now. Yeah, but for British sniper we have per
The
10
M14.
14 rifle.
Yeah. In fact, I do have the model for the M14 already. So if you want to show it, you can.
I'm
open up the
gonna
package.
show
Yeah.
Piat. Have a Piat.
You have the Piat.
But yeah, for each setter we have like SMLE Mark III. For Europe, let's say we have
Number 4.
Landfill number 4
Yep.
Mark 1. So yeah, appropriate landfill. The one you've seen in Helios probably.
Loose.
But yeah, this Majestic
we're
Babs
gonna have
is like
MP14 for every single
local
soldier?
town.
Like, okay.
No, default rifle is SMLE for British.
Right.
In African Burma, number 4 Mark 1 in Europe.
Alright.
So 1944.
I don't know what's
or
wrong with my
probably
internet
like
today. It's
that.
kind of poopy.
But yeah, you see, we have a desert town. It's a bit different architecture. It's a bit more rural. it's not entirely urban map. We have a few buildings. Let's say check out the interior. So interior are modeled how people basically lived back then.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
that's
Who's that? Is
their
that
favorite
Reverend
guy.
Romo? Why is he here?
Yeah, it's CVT-15. He's just hanging around. Oop. Alright, let's say K98. Of course, it's not yet limited to certain maps.
Yep.
So it's Saint Augustine's Church. You can probably find real life photos, and it'll be well, almost exact same replica. So we go inside, we see the hall, how it's modeled. So there's nothing extraordinary, but it's quite fitting, I would say.
Here's a question of my own.
We can
Not
show
viewer
stand
related.
again.
Just a general question. So we have campaigns. Obviously for RS2 it's the entirety of Vietnam, but for the World War II it would be different theaters, or would it be like the entire world map with like different sections? I don't know if any of you guys would know that, but because it's not, we haven't got there yet. But
You mean by campaign? Can you
like
please-
RS2 campaign.
Yeah, we're
What?
planning on doing something like that, but it's gonna be difficult since the campaign system is hard coded into the game,
Right.
right? So we're gonna have to
Yeah.
devise our own system. But yeah, we are planning
Yeah.
to do it. So we're gonna have two types of campaigns. So it's gonna be either like a co-op single-player campaign where we have a storyline, or a multiplayer campaign, like in RO2 and RS1, in RS2.
So you've seen stand gun. It's not going to be seen in Africa. Just we're just generally building factions for now. Later we'll be limiting them to their respectful war theater. So there is just Majora Beach. This is river. These trees are also taken from Unreal Engine 5. We have done a lot of optimization. But yeah, we spent quite a lot of time like working on assets, working on weapons, factions. It'll take time to get a more stable showcase. So we see living their area. Some stocking. This pretty big open map. If you go to Google Maps right now, you can see it's kinda 1-to-1 scale. It's still not scaled properly. It's scaled down.
All right. So.
But see,
will
the
you-
general shape is very accurate.
Since the map is so large, will you be adding vehicles, or is that your plan? To
Yeah,
add
this
vehicles?
this map will feature one Churchill
All right.
and one Tiger.
All right.
Germans come from that side, and British come from the other side.
Okay.
St. Augustine's Church, some environments, like peaches or just some
Alright.
generic fruit. Supposed to be a lemon tree.
All right, it has been 1 hour and 36 minutes since our live, so I guess we can wrap this up. We don't want to drag this too long.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right, before leaving, I'm gonna send you the link to our Discord, and that's where we'll mostly be showing our stuff. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna post that on the chat. We have a question. Why the choice of allies attacking at Majay in Forgotten Hope 2's upcoming map of the same name? It had Vichy and British paratrooper defending against German paratrooper.
We actually had no idea until now. Like, it's the first time I hear it. But Majas was an option because, as you can see, in the distance we have Lockstop Hill. So it's a map within the map.
Alright.
So it kind of makes logical continuation. So if we have a campaign mode sometime in the future, we can place this map as part of Tunisian campaign and then advance to Longstop Hill. And what you see here is kind of a metric, I would say, how detailed Tobruk will be. Tobruk right now is in prototype stage, it's getting done. So it's more like polishing rather than a full-fledged prototype. It'll take a while to be done.
Don't show that, please. Oh, my YouTube. Oh
Oh,
no, demonetized. Oh no.
you show that.
I'll ask you guys a question
All right.
in discussion chat.
Let's see. Q&A channel.
That's something for later, but
Alright, I guess we can create a Q&A channel in Black Orchestra Discord.
yeah, so it doesn't just clog up the mod discussion.
Sure. Yeah, and if
Any
we don't
info
have
on
anything
how
else,
accurate armored?
what was that?
I guess this is the last question, but any info on how accurate armored combat will play out? Like a Churchill be able to fight against several Panzer IIIs?
I don't believe we'll have just one Churchill versus several Panzer IIIs. But it depends, like, per map basis. But tank combat itself will be quite realistic because we use like real data to create armor plate. So it's drawn by a separate person. So he sits all day making armor, and then it's calculated like of real stats. So there's no like decision like to make Germans more powerful or British weak. We just do it fair. Everything else like depends on the map, like really.
Alright. And it has been 1 hour and 40 minutes. I think we should wrap this up. Right.
Yep.
Alright.
It's fine.
Good seeing you guys, and we're glad that we're taking this off. Alright, let's see.
Yeah. Thank you guys for the questions. That's
Alright, yep.
Ciao.
Thanks for showing up, guys.